Hi, this is Dr. Serge. For the last few weeks, we've been talking about weight loss and why people struggle when it comes to weight loss, why they cannot lose the weight, or why they keep gaining weight over years. And we talked about five, six, seven different reasons. And today, I wanted to cover another factor that could play a role in why you just cannot lose the weight despite changing your diet, despite checking your thyroid, your adrenal function, your gut, your detox, your emotional trauma background, and so on. So the other factor is really connected to medications. That's something I see all the time is people are put on different types of medication. They were doing fine. Then all of a sudden they start gaining weight. And then one of the main culprits of this weight gain is antidepressants. So those medications are fluoride or chlorine based. So as you may know, when it comes to thyroid health, so those elements, the chlorine or the fluoride, can actually get into your thyroid because your thyroid is like a magnet for those two. And then when the fluoride or the chlorine gets into the thyroid, it competes with iodine. That's why I see so many people over the years taking iodine, but they still have thyroid issues. Is because they never really did a detox of the thyroid to remove the fluoride and the chlorine and the bromide and so on that can compete and prevent the iodine to come in and do what we need to do. Because your thyroid function needs iodine in order to make the T4 and the T3 hormones. So antidepressant is something that I've seen so many times. The patient, mostly women, they were doing fine. They went through a moment of stress, or maybe they lost somebody in their family, so they're grieving, they're sad, and they are put on antidepressants, and then all of a sudden they start gaining weight. It could be 6 months later, a year later, 5 years later. It doesn't matter. So those antidepressants can mess up your hypothalamus, your thyroid, your adrenal axis. And then when this is off, your hormones are off, your thyroid is off, your adrenals is off, and so on and so on, and it can lead to weight gain. So we really need to look at what kind of medications you are taking. Maybe you were put on before starting having weight issues, and so on and so on. So antidepressant is the main one. Of course, I see the birth control pill, the pill, right? That's a medication that a lot of doctors will use to regulate or rebalance hormones in women. But at the end of the day, it can actually mess up your thyroid, can mess up your adrenals, can mess up your hypothalamus, like I said, your liver, and so on. So if you take a pill, so you really have to reconsider taking that. There's other medications like the antibiotics are known to cause gut issues. Steroids, that's something I see quite often as well. So oftentimes the patient were put on the steroid for maybe 5 days, for 2 weeks, and actually sometimes for months. And then all of a sudden later on, they have issues with weight. And it doesn't matter how long you've been taking steroid. It could be 5 days, like I said, or 2 weeks. And then months later, you start having problems with your weight or your hormones. And the reason of it is the steroids can affect your thyroid, can affect your adrenals. And most of the time, it does cause this fight or flight system reaction when it comes to the adrenals, and your body holds on that weight and you cannot lose the weight. Or your body believes that you are in danger, right? That fight or flight reaction, and then start gaining weight and so on. So we need to detox the steroid and so on. So medication is a big, big, big factor. So if you've done all those different things and you're still taking different medication and you cannot lose the weight, that's something you have to look into. And when it comes to your thyroid medication, that's something I see often as well. Is most thyroid doctors will put people on levothyroxine, the synthetic hormone. So sometimes what we do as well is we transition people from synthetic to natural hormone, and that helps a lot because I've seen so many people. Maybe you're one of them that take thyroid medication and they don't feel any better. You still have thyroid issue, you still fatigue, you're still depressed, you still have a hair loss, and so on, despite your blood work to be in the normal range. So one of the factors is really to make sure that you take good thyroid medication if it's needed. So sometimes just transitioning from the fake thyroid medication to a more natural version helps your thyroid to function better and people start losing weight. So tell me in the comment below if you have experienced one of these situations, if you were put on antidepressants or thyroid or any kind of medication and you started having weight issue, or you were put on thyroid medication because your blood work was off and now you're normal, but you don't feel better. Or tell me maybe that you were put on medication, you started to have weight issue, and you decided to stop, and you started to lose weight. So if you were one of those people who have issues with weight when it comes to medication, let us know in the comment below. So thank you for watching, and God bless you.